Good morning. Welcome to my 2012 brief greenhouse tour of my Hoya collection. I'm in the process of getting rid of a lot of my larger plants, so I have a lot of smaller plants in here this year. This mess in here is the worst tangle up that I think I've ever had. I'm getting ready today to begin cutting this out of the way. I've got 3 or 4 plants here that have all grown into one another. Hoya imperialis, Hoya diversifolia. They're all up in the rafters. They're tangled around my exhaust fan cord. Hoya McGillivray. There's some blossoms right there. It's all tangled in with Hoya Cumingiana, which I'm going to have to begin hacking away because in the past I've always been able to untangle these, but this time here it's such a tangled up mess I don't know hardly where to begin, but I've got to do it because these plants have got to find their way back inside. Here's a quick shot of all my smaller starter plants. There's a new Hoya imperialis called Mary's Cottage, or Mary's Cottage Garden, I'm not sure. Hoya patella, another bloom. Hoya Lambie, growing like a maniac in semi-hydro. More starter plants. Over here I've got Hoya elliptica that is entirely all grown into Hoya callistifila. It's going to be fun trying to untangle that. I don't want to cut anything off because it's hard enough to get some of these things to grow, but it is pretty incredible, the tangle up. They go crazy in here in the greenhouse. Here down on the bottom, here's an elliptica in bloom, quite a long ways away from its parent, so you can see how rampant these things grow. Here is Hoya melliflua, SSP fraterna, with its 12-inch strap-like leaf. Hoya magnifica has gone insane this year. It's completely up in the rafters. I don't know. I'm probably going to have to cut some of this off because I don't think I'm going to be able to untangle it. It's such a mess. Well, that's part 1 of my 2012 greenhouse tour. Good morning. Welcome to the second part of my greenhouse tour 2012. I'm going to try to keep this little greenhouse open a month later than I usually do. Let's take a quick peek in here. As you can see, it's only 6 by 8, but it's pretty chock full. I'm thinking with the greenhouse this small, and if I'm very careful, I can probably keep this thing open until about October 9th, which is the Columbus Day weekend. I don't know how I'm going to fit all these plants back into the house. I've emptied out the large greenhouse. As you can see now, it's completely empty. The house is completely packed, and yet I'll have to find room for all of these plants. I'm a little bit worried about it. Let's just take a quickly talk about a few of these plants, and then we'll end the video. This is Hoya pachyclada. I repotted that a couple days ago because the leaves had started turning a little bit yellow. I was slightly apprehensive about it, and I'm hoping for the best. There is some buds. This is Hoya pubicalyx, white dragon. That's what I bought it as. It's been renamed. I think it might be Hoya salata, but I'm not absolutely sure. There's a set of buds on that. I've been waiting for quite a long time to get that to bloom. This would be 2 years from starting it from a cutting. I won't really talk about individual plants in here. I just want to give you a quick overview. Of the Hoyas in the greenhouse. Hoya patella in the corner, which is all budding up. Hoya Thompsoni, which if I can ever bloom that, it's going to be a miracle. I've got several panicles on it this year. The plant looks fantastic, but no signs of buds developing. I don't know what the secret to blooming that plant is. Hopefully someday it will bloom for me. Hoya Paciflora. And we'll close out down here with Hoya Griffithy. It's covered in buds right now. If these ever all develop, it'll be a quite a sight, because these blooms are extremely large. There's probably 25 individual flower buds on various panicles on that plant right now, which is pretty amazing. And I thank you for taking a quick peek with me on my greenhouse tour 2012. Keep your fingers crossed for me that I can find room in the house for the rest of these plants. Thanks for taking the time.